dear. This is so good. Isn't this fun? I love it. And actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to resist, am I? I'm not going to be able to resist because I've got a poem which sums everything up by Rumi. And I was practicing the poem with Jane and Nadine. So, the question is, do you want to hear the poem in Nancy from Oliver? Do you want to hear the theatrical version? Do you want to hear the kind of northern, kind of don't know what version? Do you want the posh version? Or do you want... I think I know it off by heart, really. Should we start with Nancy? I kind of got into Nancy. I kind of got into Nancy. We've got to get Nancy and Bill. She loves Bill. I love Bill. I love Bill. I know my love's not within me. Love's in Bill. I want Bill. I want Bill. I don't want love in me. It's Bill. Bill will make me happy. So this silly poem, this poem, it says the task's in me. The task is not a seek for love. I want Bill. Bill, give me love. But it says here, the task is not a seek for love, but merely seek and find the barriers within me. Within me, it's Bill. It's Bill. It's Billy's wrong, not me. Barriers within myself that I have built against it. Well, that's not right, is it? It's not me, is it? It's Bill. So that's my Nancy. And then we have... think Rafe. Rafe, because Rafe is very theatrical. He's done Prospero and he's done everything, hasn't he? He's done Macbeth. Oh. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Are you all looking? Are you all looking at me? Where's the spotlight? Everybody's watching. That's the theatrical version. Then I did a posh version, didn't I? Which isn't so difficult, you know.
Just you.
This is not quite me, but you know, probably what it may have been. Don't make me laugh. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it. Then, we have another, I think. We have a sort of strange one. Maybe northern, maybe not. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it.
You offended our northerners.
Nancy too. She's owning it now. She's sort of claiming it. So anyway, the Rumi poem is actually what we're all here to work with, which I'll try and now read it in a Julia voice, which is the task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it. So now, say it, everybody. So that is essentially what we're here to investigate. So obviously we are in, by the way, did you enjoy that? I couldn't resist. I said to Nadia and Jane, I'm not going to be able to resist. Having done all the practicing, we think maybe, and then we did a little rendition of as long as I so I got into Nancy. I felt Nancy. And also, really, Nancy is everyone. So really, she is the one who's the best because everybody, really and truly, until they're really clear of it, is looking for everyone else. We've even had a demonstration. I won't show you up now. We had a demonstration with the weeding. The man didn't weed properly. We want the other people to change. And of course, ultimately, it's still very hard for humans to recognise that it's within us, that the barriers are within ourselves. And that's in any single difficult situation, whether it's to do with work, whether it's to do with our colleagues, whether it's our loved ones. So today, So it is about our relationships, and as Tony said, although he's here for his relationship with Wendy, you're here for a relationship with work.
Absolutely,
And, and it's about
100%.
our relationships with everybody. And it is recognising that this poem actually says it all, and poetry often does. It tells us all the truths that we ever need to know, but living them can be very, very difficult and very different. And remembering at any time when we're feeling that distress about another and something not going to plan because that other person hasn't done what we want them to do, or has reacted, or has behaved in a difficult way, or all of those things, that it's still within us to make the difference. And it's still within us that we can completely change our relationship, number one, with ourselves, and then obviously all of the people around us, and actually be a beacon of light everywhere in the world. Excuse me. And that this work essentially would change the world without question if we all, one by one, and interaction by interaction, and moment by moment, even when we feel justified in it, or thought this is an investigation, we would change everything. We would literally start a movement. And actually we have. The fact you're all here, and the fact that you know already that I nag you on a regular basis. No, it's you. No, it's you. No, what, this is, no, it's you. And obviously you will all have heard this before at a level, but of course coming together in a group, we're going to enhance the energy. It doubles. It's the synergy of it. It doubles. It multiplies. We'll do, talk together, even talking experiences, and we'll remember everything, and really, really start to really experience the no separation, because there is no separation between us. We're all born of consciousness. We're all born of one. There is that oneness. Now, all these things are said, but to experience it, we need to know that what we do to another, we do to ourselves. And that's going on for the people who are doing things to us, not doing the weeding properly or whatever they might be doing. But ultimately, it's recognising too that internal and external attack, for want of a better word, are one and the same thing. So if we have somebody attack us from outside, be horrible to us, be cruel, be all the things that unfortunately can go on, we have to have availability in us, so we have to have a barrier within ourselves where we have barrier against love ourselves. Because ultimately, if we didn't have that barrier, the person wouldn't land on us, it would go past us, we wouldn't feel it, and then genuinely that is the place that we can be. And ultimately, quite likely, we wouldn't have that experience, because we have to have some availability in us and something in our energy field that is available for the conflict, that is available for the anger, that is available for the criticism, that is available for whatever has come at us. There must be something within us. So internal and external attack are one and the same. So unfortunately, many, many people are endlessly attacking themselves. They are, the moment something doesn't work out, the moment something is, hasn't been as they want, they'll blame themselves, they'll be upset, there'll be an internal dialogue, or they might project it out. So there can be two things going on, and it's very quick to go, let's chuck it out, let's chuck it out, let's chuck it out, and not feel it. I think with the barrier to love that people have built within us, the only way is we do have to face our own pain, and it will show up in the mirror of relationship. It will, because that's the wonderful thing. We aren't separate at all. We are all one. And when there's a group like this, the average clients, as Tony said, your average clients. I've been at lots of my events and met my lots of different average clients. And I said the only thing is there's no average client. All of us have within us the divinity and the wholeness and the oneness. And what you experience if you come to any of my events or any of the things that I'm holding, of course, there is going to be at least a glimmer of recognition of that oneness, even if, in this group, much more of an awareness. But just to even come into a room with people, there is an awareness of that oneness. So there's going to be that spirit of love is more evident immediately, as you can see with the moment everybody meets. And that is the natural state. Love and ease and joy is our natural state, and conflict and aberration is the aberration, conflict and distress. So ultimately it is recognising in the mirror of relationship we have this amazing opportunity every single day of our life to become whole ourselves, to heal and clear the barriers within ourselves that we have built against love. And we have the ability to make a difference, but not that necessarily is the motivation, but it does make a difference. And the Buddhists talk a lot about loving kindness, but often I see a lot of teachings, they all teach the same thing, but there's not enough not enough teaching on how to clear our own stuff, because loving kindness just coming from here can quickly go. People are trying to be loving and kind to somebody, we're going to be loving and kind, and then somebody cuts you up in the car or jumps the door in your face and you go, fuck off. Bless you. And that happens a lot. It's like going to church and hoping it will be okay, or doing meditation in the morning and going, I'm still, and then it all goes. So more important than anything, we will be doing some omming together to bring that lovely energy again and experience that oneness. But ultimately it is an orientation. So really and truly relationship is, and whole healthy relationships is an orientation 24/7. So absolutely every day, and every time there is a trigger, or somebody reacts in front of us, or gets upset, we can look always, and Kathy always knows this one, I always use the finger we point at the person going, you've done the thing. We more first look at these three. It doesn't pointing back at us, what's gone on within us. Because of course people do things, of course people behave badly, and I'm never, certainly not saying we shouldn't say things to people. It's how we say it, it's integral to what we say. It's important we do say things. It's important also that we're not available for abuse and wrongdoings, but we need to look at all of the things within us that are available for that. Because unfortunately we have, patterns and deep-seated stuff that mean we're available to be told that we're, not okay, told that we're wrong, abandoned, rejected, abused, and those are the things. So at the deeper level, that's the work all of us have been doing together to really heal those deeper patterns. And we've got a retreat in November, so we can go in. I haven't quite decided where, because I've emailed somewhere and they haven't replied. But anyway, we have at beginning first week of November, so we can do 3 days. Arrive on Monday the 4th, I think it is, of November. Go on the Friday morning, but have 3 whole days, which will be an opportunity to do even deeper into our patterns and things. Because of course, all of us are aware that, well, I don't know, but it is our patterns that create the external. The subconscious mind is playing out on the screen of life. So back to the Shakespeare theatrical, the stages of, well, where's my quote person? Where's my thespian over there? All the stages of play or something.
All
the world is a stage. Well, it is. All the world is a stage, and that is the opportunity we have to find our wholeness, find our oneness, relate, and have a conscious relationship, so that we are conscious in every single interaction, and we can heal the world interaction by interaction by interaction. Everybody, the taxi driver, we came in a taxi because we didn't walk. We're the ones who lived 10 minutes away, but it was raining. But the taxi driver, the person on the day, the poem, the task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself you have built against it. Of course, that's the same for everything. That's the same for joy. It's the same for peace. It's the same for abundance. It's the same for freedom. It's all within us.